Quick piano challenge for you. Which melody do you like better? This one or this one? Believe it or not, I didn't change a single note. So which one hits harder, C major or A minor? Stick with me to the end of this video and I'll show you a great chord progression that is going to sound great in C major and A minor. Hi, my name's Rebecca and welcome to my piano studio. I'm so glad that you're here. I have a passion for teaching people to play the piano and make beautiful music every single time you sit down at the piano. This is a skill of piano improvisation that I was never taught, even though I have been playing the piano with different teachers from the age of 5 years old. I don't want the same thing to happen to you where you have to figure it out yourself. So that's what I'm here for. I can't wait to show you how to do this. So come over to the piano. I'm going to teach you this little melody and how to put it together in C major and A minor. You'll be playing before you know it. So the first thing that we're going to learn is the melody. And this melody is going to be the same thing in the key of C major and in the key of A minor. So in your right hand, we have E, G, A, B, and C. That's the only thing that your right hand is going to be doing. But we're going to put it in an order. So we're going to start with E. We go E, G, C, B, A, G, E. So try that a few times. We're going to do that same pattern 3 times in a row. And then on the 4th time, we're going to hit C, E. So 3 times of the pattern and then C, E. So here it is all together. 2, 3, to the C. And we're just going to do that same exact pattern over and over again. So that's the good news, that we don't even really have to think once you have that memorized. So I like to always begin with a scale because a scale kind of sets our ears to where we're going. And also it helps teach your fingers the range that we're playing in. So right now we're going to be playing between a C and a C and every note in between. So you don't have to know the proper scale fingering. We'll teach that in another video. But for now, you can literally just use one finger and go from C to C and then back down. So let's do the C major scale. And then coming back down. Now that we know that the key of C major is between C and contains only white notes, we're going to now build chords in the key of C. And instead of doing all of the chords today in our left hand, we're just going to focus on 3 chords total. These are our major chords in the key of C major. So we have our number 1 chord, which is built on the first note of the scale. So if we go up 3, 1, 2, 3, that leads us to an E. And then from C again, if we count up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that leads us to a G. So put all 3 of those together, and we have our first major triad. So this is our number 1 chord because it's built on the first note of the scale. So we're going to start and end with a C. Now we're going to go to our dominant chord, and that is our number 5 chord in the key of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's built on a G. So if we build a triad the same way, we have G, B, and D, which is our major 5 in the key of C major. Our last chord that we have to remember is our number 4 chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's built on F. We have an F, A, and C, and that's an F major. And then we're just going to go back to 1. So in order, we have 1, 5, 4, and 1. That's all you have to remember. So we're going to start out by making just the triad pattern. So we're going to just hold them down so that we can get used to our hands moving together at the same time. So let's give this a try. Now move to G. Move to F. C. And you can do that as many times as you want to until you feel comfortable. Then, once you're comfortable, we're going to now talk about making a different pattern in our left hand. So now instead of doing just the stacked chords like this, we're going to actually represent our chords. So what a representative form of a chord means is instead of just always doing stacked chords like this, we represent the chord. So we're still going to essentially hear a C major chord, but we're going to make it a little bit more musical. And a lot of people find this to be a lot easier than just doing the stacked chords all the time as well. So instead of the C, E, and G, we're going to do an octave, which is between C and C. And then we're going to put that fifth down, which is our G. So we don't actually hear the E at all. The full chord would be C, E, G, and C. You can also do that, but a 4-note chord for a beginner is pretty tough. So I like to just stick with doing 3 notes in here. So the way that we're going to represent the chords is also going to be put into a musical pattern. So here is the musical rhythmic pattern that we're going to do. So we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then on that last and, for and, we're going to hit the G. So it'll sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we move to our next representative chord. So our next representative chord is a G to a G with a D in the middle. And we're going to do the same pattern: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then move to our next chord, which is F, C, and F. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then we go back to our 1 and 3 and 4 and. So try this hands alone. Try this with just your left hand before putting it hands together. Now we're going to take that same exact pattern and we're going to put it together with our left hand pattern. Go very slowly at first until you see how this is going to go. So I'm going to now count this out for you so that you can hear the exact rhythm of how these all fit together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now the good news is that your right hand does not have to learn anything new, which is pretty cool. We're going to keep the same exact melody because the point is today to compare between C major and A minor. You hear that bright sound in C major and you hear that darker sound in A minor. But the melody notes are going to sound fantastic in either one because both of these keys only have white notes. So now we have our right hand already. So now let's look at A minor. Now, instead of playing between C and C, all the white notes, we're now going to play between A and A, all of the white notes. So let's start out by using just one finger and playing only white notes between A and A so that we can establish the key in our ear. That is called the natural minor. The natural minor is the exact same key signature as the major key. So now the same thing that we did with the key of C major where we built chords on the different notes of the C major scale, we're going to do the same thing in the key of A minor. And this is the same exact scale numbers that we used for C major, but now they're going to sound different because they're in A minor. So now instead of having a 1 chord as our C major, our first note of the A minor scale is A. So this becomes our 1. So let's build our triad the same way. We go up 3, 1, 2, 3. And then from A, we go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have A, C, and E. That is our number 1 chord. So this is a minor A. And listen to the difference between a C major and an A minor. You can hear that brightness and that darkness. So this is our 1 chord. Now from A, we're going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Build a chord on top of that. And we have E minor, E, G, and B. Our next one is a 4. So from A, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. That leads us to a D. That is a D minor, a minor 4, and then we go back to 1. So go through that chord progression so that you have the stacked pattern. We have 1, 5, 4, and 1. So now our next step is to put it together with our right hand little melody here, just with the triads. So once you have that, we're now going to put it together with the representative version of our A minor. Now at this point of the video, you may be tempted to stop it. However, if you keep watching, I'm going to combine both of these patterns together so that you can hear the light and the dark on top of each other. It's going to make an absolutely beautiful full chord progression. So make sure that you keep watching so that you can hear it all together. All right, so our representative version for our A minor is A with E in the middle. Our representative version of the minor 5, the E minor, is E with B in the middle. Then we go to the minor 4, D with A in the middle, and then back to 1. So it's the same rhythmic pattern also, where we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then move. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let's now put this together and listen to the difference between this one and what we did before. What I love about major keys, like the key of C major, and then the relative minor, is that anything that you play in the right hand in the same key signature is going to sound great no matter which one you're playing in. And sometimes there are things in your life that will resonate more with you. Maybe you're having a good day and you want to just play something light and upbeat and airy, and that could be the key of C major. And then maybe you want to have a little bit of a darker, more somber sound, and you're just kind of maybe in a more somber mood. You had a bad day and you just kind of want to take it out on the piano and have some piano therapy. I do that a lot. Then something like A minor would work out great. You don't have to choose either. You could start out in the key of C major. You could do some minor chords in there and then end in the key of A minor, and that would be absolutely beautiful as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to combine the C major chord progression with the A minor, and we're going to end on A minor. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to go through C, G, F, and C, and then go directly into A minor, E minor, D minor, and A minor. And it creates one absolutely beautiful song put all together, which I love. Now, you may be a little bit tired at this point of doing our little melody, but I'm still going to do it because that's what we've been working on this whole time. But feel free to branch out. If you've done something like this and you're completely comfortable and maybe bored of this melody, create something else. You can keep these same chords and this same rhythmic pattern in the left hand, and you can create a beautiful melody also that are different notes. But let's right now keep these same notes together, and let's see how the whole thing is going to come together. If you would like to learn a little bit more about expanding your right hand in the key of C major or A minor, check out this video where I go a little bit deeper into how to create a melody in C major or in A minor. For now, I'm just going to create a different kind of melody, but I'm going to keep the same pattern in my left hand just so you can hear how changing the right hand now is going to change everything. I want you to get creative in your right hand, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy or really complicated in order to sound beautiful. You can just be repeating a few notes and it'll sound absolutely gorgeous. But let's try this whole chord progression from C major to the A minor and ending in A minor, and let's do something different. Now that you've heard them both and learned them both, let me know in the comments below which one of the two keys sounds better to you, and maybe that will change on a daily basis. Today, I'm feeling a little bit more like C major, but give me until tomorrow and that might change. I also love combining them both because it is such a great way to incorporate a lot of different chords and great melodies. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to dive a little bit deeper into. I would love to help you do that. Until I see you in the next video, you keep practicing and let me know how I can help.